Hi, I'm Denny Brower. I've been fishing professionally for over 30 years, and whether you fish for a living or whether you just fish on weekends for fun, very important to take care of your reels. Ardent's got a complete line of reel care products that will work for you and take care of your reels. Reels are a huge investment. Why not keep them like new? Use the Ardent reel products, and those products will work for you. Let's start with the spinning reel. I'm going to take you through a few easy steps. Obviously, the first thing you need to do is disassemble. What I do is unscrew your drag knob, get it off, take your spool off, and then let's take the handle off. That's very, very important. Unscrew your cap, pull your handle out. All right, now you got all your parts, and you can get to what needs to be cleaned. Just start with your Real Clean cleaner and give it a bath. Don't be afraid to put too much on. Use one of the synthetic swabs. Don't be afraid to get in there. Use a brush, whatever. Some reels are going to be a little dirtier than others. Use your own judgment. I kind of like to let it set for a while. Give it like 5 minutes to dry. All these products are citrus based. Your second step is lubricating the reel. I normally start out with the grease on the bail, and just each side of that, just take your Ardent grease, kind of let it work in there. You want to keep that bail where it's real free, to where it doesn't hang up on you. I work that back and forth a couple of times. Next, I go to the Real Butter oil. This is a very fine oil. This is 100% pure, which makes a huge difference. It's a light oil. It penetrates into the metal. You don't have to worry about whether it's plastic, whether it's brass. It's going to adhere to all of that. High quality stuff. For those of you that really want to take lubricating your reels to the next level, we've got Ardent Reel Supreme Micro Lube. It'll actually reduce friction another 30%. Some really good stuff. The final step that I do is I take the bearing lube, I work it in. One thing to keep in mind about bearing lube, this does not contain graphite. Graphite can actually make a reel noisier. Put a little bit of that in there. Then I'm ready to reassemble my reel. Slip the handle back in, tighten everything up. The handle's ready to go. Slip my spool back down on the shaft. Make sure you get it all the way down. Then you can take your drag cap, screw it back on. That's all there is to it. The next step, obviously, is we condition. What I do is I get the Ardent line butter, and I keep this in my boat at all times. This stuff really helps. Gets rid of a lot of the headaches that you can encounter. And I actually saturate the lines, what I do. A lot of times I'll do this the night before. Say I'm in a tournament, I spool up. I'll sit and saturate that line before I put the rod and reel back into the rod locker. And what this does, it gets rid of memory, it gets rid of line twist, gives you more casting distance. This works equally well with monofilament, fluorocarbon, or braid. I even spray it on my guides. I mean, this stuff lubricates the guides where you can get a little more casting distance there too. I never ever get my boat without the line butter. Very good stuff. It'll take away a lot of those problems you encounter with casting in regards to line. One other thing when it comes to conditioning, especially for your saltwater anglers where you have to worry about corrosion, we got the reel guard. And what I do is I just spray it all over your reel to try to get rid of that grit and grime and salt water that could get on those parts. And another place a lot of people don't think about is in fresh water where you have hard water. We deal with that when we're at lakes like Lake Mead, Lake Amistad down in Texas. Got a lot of lime in the water. You get all that white stuff, corrosion type stuff on your reel. This reel guard will get rid of that. So saltwater use, freshwater use in hard water, get you some reel guard, and don't be afraid to use it. Spray it on there. It'll save you some serious problems. One last thing, I take the super soft cloth out of the kit and I give the reel a nice wipe down, any of the extra lubricant or conditioner I might have on there. I cleaned it up, get it looking good. It's a beautiful reel. Keep it looking that way. Now let's move on to bait casting.